Oh, wait, this dumbass damn technology, boy. I tell you what. What's up, everyone? Oh, my God. That's what happens when you run two channels. And you always got to switch back and forth. Oh, you're ready? All right. Well, I guess it's no time like the present. Let's do it. Let's get going. Woo! Hello and welcome to another episode of Drawing with Mad Mel. I am your host, better than the rest and crazier than most. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Hope you had enough food. Hello. Yes, you're ready, Sean. I see Saturius there. Hello, Demetria. Thank you for being there. And everybody else that may be there that may or may not be signed in, whichever. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. I hope you guys all had a great time over the Christmas. I hope you guys got what you wanted. Got close to getting what you wanted. You know, it was great. Spend time with people, family, if you did. Oh, of course the mad ones are here. You gotta have the mad ones here. There's nothing but madness in here. Controlled madness. Anyways, I don't know where we left off. Oh, that's right. The picture I was working on. Haven't had time. I'll explain what's been going on. Everybody's been doing stuff with holidays. Everybody's been doing things, running and seeing people. We got a shed. Me and the Duchess got a shed that we have been building, and it's almost done. So, what little free time we've been working on that. So, I didn't really get to finish the picture that I was working on before. But we'll do something new. Since I know most of you guys like booberonis. Pretty women. I want to draw something festive, little winter something. That's what we're going to be working on today. So I hope you guys are ready. I want to be getting everything situated here. So we're going to go on ahead and jump over to this other page, to the main screen. So I hope you guys had a great one. Did everybody have a good time? Did you guys get to see people that you wanted to see? Got to experience what you wanted to? See some family? There's our body model. We're about to get started here. But I want a good pose. Somewhat. Okay. Well. If it could have been better, I wish it would have been. Someone mom and Volse. Okay. Well, that's cool. I hope that visit was well. I hope it wasn't hope it didn't suck. You know. Hope you had a good time. Anybody else? Did anybody else have a good time? Or anybody else have anything cool go on? Or get to see anybody? If you want to share, that is. If you don't, that's cool too. Ah, yes, I got to see my new adopted family. That's right. We had a great time getting to see everybody yesterday. That was fun. Being able to see some family. I gave Shane Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for Christmas this year. That's nice. That's actually a pretty good game. Xenoblade Chronicles wasn't a bad game. I have to say, I liked the what was it? The new Xenogear or Xeno. Well, I want to say Xenogears, but it's I guess it's one of the Xenoblades where they let you use the mechs where you could jump in and out of it. It was for Nintendo. What is it? Don't remember what it was for. I think it was for the Nintendo Wii U. Yeah, it was the Wii U. That game was amazing, but oh well, can't really get your hands on it now. Let's see, you got a bathrobe for Christmas, which made me realize I'm getting old, because if you get excited for bathrobes, you're getting old. Man, I've always been excited for bathrobes. They're great. that doesn't mean you're getting old. That just means that you enjoy your comfort more than you do just wearing regular clothes. Had a great Christmas, a lot of good food and fellowship. Taking fun pictures. Yeah, it was. That was. Truthfully, I didn't ask for anything really for Christmas. I didn't even want anything. I did get I got an instrument. Got an instrument from the Duchess, her mother, gave me. Let me just show you. I have to show you guys. I'll show you after I get done with this. I will show you guys what I got. It's something I haven't had in a very long time. And I missed having one. But I will tell you this. If you guys know me or know what I'm talking about, I was in the marching band and wind ensemble and jazz band in high school, middle school, all of that. What instrument did I play? If you know, go on ahead and let people know. Anyways, I got another one of that instrument, but it's interesting looking. It's not like normal, everyday instruments that you see. Color scheme wise, is not, but that's okay though. I don't mind it being a little bit different. I don't mind it. The color is it's awesome. I only gotta get some oil and some stuff for it, normal maintenance stuff for that instrument. But and I gave a couple of hints there. We'll see. Yeah, I did that too. I raced a cousin on a lawnmower. He had a zero turn, and well, I'll put it this way: the Duchess, her nephew, he has a lawn care business, young man, but still, it's really awesome. I'm not going to say too much about it because I like to keep people's business to themselves, and I'm not going to just be out here talking up everybody's shit. But he has his own lawn care business, and he also refurbishes and rebuilds lawnmowers, and we're talking about zero turn, $8,000 John Deeres and stuff like that. Okay, like this boy is incredibly gifted with mechanics. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he could build a robot out of scrap. He probably could if he had the right amount of tools and know-how for robotics. I wouldn't doubt that child wouldn't be able to make it. And he's not really young. He's high school age. But yeah, me and him went racing lawnmowers. I wanted to see, and we were cutting donuts and stuff. It was great. I had a great time. Had a lot of fun. Just like Thanksgiving when everybody came here, and we had everybody here, and we had our little Nerf gun fight. That was our little tradition. It was fun, starting something new. I got a large collection of Nerf guns, so I like shooting them. And what better way than people coming over waiting to eat, and then you just sitting there shooting each other with Nerf guns. It's fun. It's a really great time. But yeah, that's kind of what we were doing, and it was fun. Had a great time seeing that, and seeing the mowers and being able to ride around. So that was fun too. Never too old to have a good time. Screw what everybody says. I want to give you guys a little piece of advice. Last bit of advice. Let me see. Hold on. Is this going to be our last show for this year? No. Thursday will be the very last show of 2023. No, actually, no. The 31st will be the painting show. Will be the very last show. This will be the last digital show. Will be on the 28th. That will be the last digital drawing show for this year. But I will tell you guys this. For this being the end of the year, I'm going to lay down a little information to you guys. As time goes forward and we all start to get older, never give up that childlike part of yourself. Now, I know some of you would probably be over there squawking and pulling your hair out of your head. I'm a grown man or woman. I don't have to do any of this stuff. That's dumb. That's silly. Why would you act like a child? If you if you give yourself the opportunity to be more like a child. See, children don't sit there and just, oh my God, look at me, life, everything. No, they just take life as being slightly unaware. And in a way, that's kind of good. They take things in a more lighter approach. That's all I'm saying. They take things in a lighter approach because they don't know the great, well, I got to be an adult. I got to know what I'm doing. You can still be an adult and still have a good time. Okay? You know, don't ever lose that. And if you have friends that are like, man, you need to act your age and all that kind of stuff, you need to get away from them. Okay? Look at me. You need to get away from them. They're not your friend. Okay? They want you to be just as sad and as miserable as they are. Okay? You don't need those type of people in your life. You need people who can influence you in a way that can actually increase your ability as a person. You want someone who can challenge you. You want friends and people in your life that give you the ability to feel like, oh man, I'm learning something. You don't need duds. Now, I'm not saying that everybody's a dud. If you got people that are duds in your life, I mean, sometimes just some people are just buffoons. What can you do with that? But if you do have the ability to control it, do yourself a favor this coming up year. Try to do something better for yourself. Build up self-esteem with yourself. Build up a rapport with yourself. Get connected with yourself again. Know who you are. It's so easy to get caught up in what everybody else is doing and what is this and what's the newest fad and who's doing what and all that kind of shit. It's real easy to do that, but it's so, but it's hard to get away from it once you're intertwined with it. And especially when you've got people out there, there's a lot of vampires out there that like to snatch on to you and take your ideas or just put you in a bad mental place. Don't let these people hijack you anymore. Owe it to yourself in 2024. Even the world might be falling apart and going into hell in a handbasket, but I can tell you this: you don't have to deal with that. Okay? If everything around you is shit and you got to deal with dumbass fools, then I would say cut them loose. At least you got the ability to do that. Everything else, we're kind of just victims of the environment that we live in. We can't really do too much about it. So lighten your load. Get rid of the duds. That doesn't mean, I've been friends with this dud ass for 14 years or so. Don't mean that you need to cut them completely, but it don't also mean that you got to be there every damn time. Word of the wise, I'm almost 40 years old, okay? I know a little something. I've been around the sun a couple of times, but to each his own. Do what you want. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you a piece of advice, learn and teach. Pay it forward, right? So, yeah, try to do something, new skill, new people, new things, and if you got bad habits, if you got something like, oh man, I'm addicted to smoking or whatever your problem is, if you got a plight in life that's hard for you to shake, don't give up. Keep trying. Keep trying. Nobody ever gets it the first time. Whatever it is that you're trying to do is not too hard to keep trying. You want to try to quit smoking? Keep trying. You want to lose weight? Keep trying. Now somebody might scoff off and be like, oh, blah, 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 and crack some joke. And that's fine. But truth be told, everybody needs to try. We all need to try to do something different for ourselves. That's all it is. Because you got your health, you got your wealth. Without your health, you don't have any wealth. And what does that mean? That sounds stupid, Mel. What the hell are you talking about? Well, think of it this way. If you're healthy, you're able to do things. You're able to, you're able to do things in society. You're able to work. You're able to do all that kind of stuff. But, sometimes if you don't have your health, then you lose your wealth. You can't do what other people are able to do. That doesn't mean that you're less of a human being. That just means that you're kind of in a jacked up spot. But you can't do what other people can do. And another thing, too, I want to lay this down, too, and for the new year, okay? I guess if you play Warframe, you know what these would be considered, decrees, I guess? But, stop letting social media and idiots tell you what the hell's cool and what's not. Okay? If everybody's running around wearing inflatable asses on their heads and you think that that's stupid, don't do it just because everybody else is doing it. It's probably dumb. Okay? It's probably dumb, and people are probably going to laugh at you and think that you're a moron. And then you're gonna be in a whole slew of mess after that. So I say that to say this: don't get caught up in every fad. Okay? You know, like everything everybody's doing doesn't necessarily mean it's made for you. You know, if people are over there huffing gasoline and you go over there and you end up dying, you know, what good is that going to be for you? Well, everybody else is over there having a great time huffing diesel or whatever. Stay away, man. All I'm saying is this, in a nutshell. There are a lot of people out there that are dumb. There are a lot of people out there that don't have common sense that a fruit fly has, not to you know, whatever analogy, insert analogy here, but you know, try your best, try new stuff, try different things, make new friends, find people that are conducive to your life, that give you a little bit of a boost, get all the duds away from you that are taken away from you, because we're not getting any younger, and we're not getting more time back in our lives. And you know, take ownership of yourself, and you know, don't follow all the fads that everybody's doing. If it looks stupid and it sounds stupid, it probably is. Okay? You know, it probably is. Because you can think, in our lifetime, we watched people eat fucking Tide Pods, man. We watched people eat laundry soap. Huh? Everybody forgot about that? We had people climbing up on milk crates, snapping their spines and cracking ribs. Don't follow all the idiots. Stay away from that. But you're going to do whatever you want to. You're grown or not, or you're your own person. Enjoy yourself. You know? Just paying it forward, you know? That's all I'm doing. Just kind of paying it forward a little bit. Maybe that might help somebody. I hope it does. I hope it gives somebody kind of a, hey man, Mel said something that made a lot of sense. Hey, I like what he was saying. And the only reason why I'm even bringing this up is because I had a thought about this earlier while I was putting the shed together. I was like, man, it's been great. This year's been great. People I've had in my life have been great. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know, why is everything great? And then I realized I had some people in my life that were doing no good in my life at all. I don't want to hear this song. There we go. They weren't doing any good in my life at all. All they were giving me was headaches, and just always had something. It was like, oh man, here's a golden egg. Hey man, I don't care about the golden egg. It don't matter to me. I mean, I'm probably gonna die anyways. And I don't want to hear that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to hear that all the time? Do you want to hear it all the time? Of course not. Oh man, I'm having a great time. Oh man, I'm having a terrible day. Well, what's going on? Oh my God. And you hear that day after day after day, like that starts to mess with your mental capability. Like that's like putting your head in a paint shaker. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much sense would that make? Anyways, you know, I'm just talking. What do I know, right? I'm just a madman that likes to draw. But there's a true saying. Artists use lies to tell the truth. So, and I always wondered what that meant, but artists have the ability to talk about the world in a way that most people don't understand. Sometimes people don't even see, and it's okay. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. Just not everybody's able to see everything all the time, but usually artists will see something, put a picture up, have some type of, you know, whatever with it, right? You know, and then, you know, it'd be like, man, that makes no sense. see, no complaining in 2024. No, I'm not going to say no complaining. What I'm going to say is, I'll put it this way. There's so many forces in the world that we got right now that are trying to do diabolical shit. You know, it's, if you're going to complain about something, let it be something that's worthwhile to complain about. There is nothing wrong with having friends and having the ability to vent to them. That's healthy, okay? But you sitting there squawking about, man, I got an ingrown toenail. Well, cut your toenail off, man, and you just sit there and do that all the time. Nobody wants to be around that, okay? I'm going to say it for every single person that doesn't say it because they don't want to hurt X, Y, or Z's feelings. Nobody wants to hear that shit. That's it. I stopped drawing to tell that. Nobody wants to hear it. We want to help, but just to sit there every day? No, man. What is this? So all I'm saying is just, you know, if you got some, don't cry wolf. That's all I'm saying. Just don't cry wolf. If you got something going on, by all means tell people. Oh man, I'm feeling bad, or I got something going on. That's fine. Now, if you legitimately got something going on and you got friends that suck and they don't help you, then that's a problem, and you don't really need those people in your life. But, you know, if you are just sitting there just squawking because whatever, stop that. Just stop that, because one day you might need help, and then you're going to sit there and you're going to burn that bridge, and nobody's going to want to be bothered with you. So don't be that person. That's all I'm saying. That is all I am saying. The only reason why I'm even saying it at all is because, you know, I don't want you guys having to... I've already been there and dealt with that, you know? Or someone might need to hear that. Someone might just needed that little message of, hey man, next year you're gonna need to work on you. You know? And there's nothing wrong with that. You're not a bad person because of it. So whoever you are that need to hear that, I hope you got that message. Now it's time to rave out. Yeah, that's it. Let's see here now. Let's see. I'm trying to fix this up so it looks kind of nice. Oh, if you go to the store, I'm working on this. The store, the Etsy store. If you have been by to look at it, thank you very much. But I have been slightly working on it. I think I got the cups now, or buy two, get. If you spend over $35, you get free shipping. I figured out how to get that to actually stay. I had it set before, but whatever in the hell happened on the back end, it didn't stick. Got it to stick now. Now I got to do it for the posters. And for those of you that may be fans or watching or even want something that are from a different country, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do the shipping for you guys. But I don't know what to do with that. So just bear not, then I'll see what I can do for shipping and see if it's not gonna put myself in a bad financial situation with that per se. There we go. Because I mean, you know, The cups are awesome. I got to see some cups. I got some samples coming. Granted, I had to freaking pay for them, but I got some sample cups coming. I'm going to do a commercial very soon, in the very near future. So I hope you guys are going to be ready for that commercial. And when I get the Patreon set up, speaking of that, I have some stuff ready for that. But once that goes live and kicks off, I got a little something special for those who join up. You get a little something special I'm going to try to put in there for you. And it's not going to break the bank if you guys want to be a part. Hey, I get to go live now. Yeah, that's right. You did get a cup. You got 2 cups, actually. How did you like your cups? If I'll say, do you like your cups? Did they come out all right? Let the people know. I don't think that they're really understanding. Well, say let them say a little something about the cups. Well, how were they? Were they nice? Were they big enough? Can you put enough liquid in them? Because I gave you guys 15 ounces. Hey, what's up, Sloth? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Got 15 ounces of greatness in there. All right. And if you're thinking something perverted, get your mind out of the gutter. You're nasty. Ew, you're nasty. There we go. Alright, now we're going to get some little bit. I did see something here that I'm going to try. So I can put the clothing texture down first. Ooh. First things first, we want to do this. I'm going to take that down to about a 55, about 50. Nope, I need that up about a 60, maybe a 75 might work. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That looks good so far. Why not? Why not? Let's get rid of that. Get a little bit of hip. Get a little bit of hip. A little bit of hip. There we go. Okay. And I think we got our body. We have our torso. Great. Now we can get rid of that. Music's coming in hard today. I like that. Let's see here. Next thing we need. I am looking for the fireplace. Because I know I have a fireplace. That I do know. Haha, here we are. Yes. So what we're going to do here is we're going to shrink that sucker down just a little bit. Put that in the background. I'll hand draw the base. Don't worry about it. Oh, man. I hope everybody's got some plans for the new year. For New Year's, I guess. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, whatever it is. Or not. If you don't, hey, that's cool too. Actually, no, we're already past Christmas. Why are we even worrying about that? We're not doing that. We're doing something different today, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing something a little bit different here today. Oh yeah, there we go. So what did the mad ones want to talk about tonight? Anybody got anything on their mind that they want to talk about? Anything that they want to say? Anything? Damn. Yeah, man. From midnight to midnight, New Year's. I'm doing a 24-hour live stream. Okay, cool. I'll see if I can throw something from my channel for you. What are you streaming exactly? What game? Are you streaming a game or video or what? What are you doing? Definitely check out Volse and Wrathful Sloth. I have them on the page at the bottom. Check them out. The cinnamon. What? What in the hell is the cinnamon challenge, Sean? What's that? Please explain to the rest of the class what is the cinnamon challenge. What is that? We will stand by and wait for Sean to tell us what the cinnamon challenge is. Because I'm curious. I don't even know what the cinnamon... I have a feeling I probably heard it before, and I forgot because I didn't even pay much attention to it to begin with. But if you don't mind elaborating a little bit on the cinnamon challenge, that would be great. They'll say, are the cups good to drink? Let's see. Twitch. I'm going to try to complete not only the base game, but all 4 current expansions of Final Fantasy. What is that? 14? Okay. When you stick a whole bunch of cinnamon in your mouth. Why would anybody do that, Sean? Why would any... That doesn't sound like a challenge. That sounds horrible. It sounds like someone's mopping up the floor. That's what that sounds like. It sounds like someone about to hurl, and you're going to have a mess on the floor. And if I remember correctly, how things usually would happen, someone would get sick on the floor doing something stupid, and then someone would get probably smacked in the head or some shit like that, right? And then you know. I will say this. I don't know about you guys. Yep. See? Yep. I always say this, man. If you ever question a person like, oh man, I don't believe that person's about whatever that they're about or whatever it is. You know, man, listen, don't underestimate people, okay? Like, I know sometimes, like, you know, you might be like, oh man, that ain't nothing, or oh yeah, whatever. But yeah, no, like Sean just explained it. You know, that's how we grew up. You know, I mean, shit, I've known Sean since what, I was 5, something like that. We've known each other for a very long time, like 20 something years. But you know, we grew up from the same place, and you know. You can always tell who grew, and I'm not going to say like someone grew up like, oh my God, you know, just horrible, but you can tell who grew up around people who are about their business and people who didn't F around, you know, and then you can tell about people who didn't, okay? All right? Like, you can tell. There's a difference there. You can listen, man. I know over 30 years, right? Yeah. So, a long time. Like, oh, man. Well, I'll put it this way. As much crazy shit as me and you have done in the past, and I'm not even going to get into it, and I hope to God you don't slip and say anything. Yeah, spring of 1990. Jesus Christ, man, you got good memory. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Damn. Man, that was a long time ago. Mouth to a frog. Yeah, that happens too. But yeah, man, 30 years. That's a long time, man. Long time. But I mean, where we grew up, you know, it was fun. I think about that sometimes. Like, was it really all that bad? And I have to say, no, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad. I can't say that it was all bad, because I tried to think of that like a couple of days ago. I was like, man, and I thought about my childhood, thought about living at the old apartments and all of that stuff, and I was like, man, we had an amazing time. We had an amazing time growing up. It was not that bad. We didn't understand what we had back then. We really didn't. And some of you might have been that way too. Oh, you want to be reminiscent of stuff. I'm like, well, you know, it's good to. It's good to reminisce, so that way you don't ever lose yourself. And I think that's where a lot of people get screwed up. Just because you reminisce doesn't mean that you're trying to relive. I mean, you can relive. If it was great, don't ever lose it. Don't ever give that up. If it was great, don't ever give it up. But, you know, sometimes some people, they're like, oh man, that was a terrible time, that was a terrible place. And if you did have a terrible time, I hate it for you. If you didn't have a good childhood, I really do, I mean that. I hate that for you. You know, some people weren't blessed to have that. Some people may have been chained to a radiator and beat. I don't know. You know, you hear about this crazy shit all the time. What was it? Just recently, I heard a story about there being another sex trafficking mess again in Tennessee, close to where I live, you know, and just so happened, which I hope you two don't cut me off, but just so happened, it happened like this back in 2012 when I moved to Florida. Right when I moved, they had another problem with you know, the trafficking issue, right? So, what were you supposed to do about that? You know, so, but yeah, you know, some people don't have it that great. But if you had a good childhood, man, don't ever look like, oh man, that sucks. You should be happy. But some people didn't have that. And if you did, and you can reminisce about it and just shoot the shit about it, then you know what? You had a great childhood, and you should be proud of yourself that you were able to have that. Okay? So, keep that in mind. If you ever look back and be like, man, my life sucks and shit, you could have been chained to a radiator, never having any hope, you know? But you weren't, right? Well, I don't know, maybe you have been. Shit, I don't know. I don't know everybody's situation and story, but if you never have, then, you know, you're fortunate to not be stuck in that situation. But yeah, just something to think about. Just something to think about. Never forget where you came from. I think that's why a lot of celebrities have an issue with their personality, and they always doing wild shit like having sex with horses and stupid stuff, because they don't know what they're doing, and because they lost theirself. They lost theirself along the way, and They don't know what they're doing anymore. They don't know who they are. All they know is that they're with Mr. Ed and they're wearing a puppy mask with the little mittens on their hands, and they're confused. Why am I here? Yeah, life was simpler back in the 90s and 2000s, you know. To a degree. I mean, was it better that we didn't have all the technology? Do you think that our world went to shit because we have more technology than we know what to do with? What's your opinion? What's everybody's opinion on that? Do you think that our world would be better back when it was like in the 80s and 90s compared to like the later 2020s and stuff? I mean, like, do you think with all the technology that maybe that wasn't a good idea? Or what do you think? What do you guys think? I'm curious. Yeah, well, you know, yeah, I know that was funny about all the horses and stuff, but it's the truth. Like, you know, you always hear about these people. They get super rich. Here's the thing, guys. I know this channel's going to succeed. I know this channel's probably going to blow up supernaturally, just blow up overnight. I'm not even worried about that, but I guarantee you one thing. I ain't going to be one of those people. You can mark my words. You got my word on that. I'm not going to be one of those people because that's just too much. Why? For what? For a little cash? I mean, run around here wearing that mask. If you ain't never looked up a puppy gimp mask, you don't ever want to see that. I'm going to tell you that. Okay? I know some of you that aren't logged in that I'm not sure who's watching this. Don't get weirded out because I'm having a conversation. Okay? We're adults here. If there's any children watching this, I'm sorry. It ain't Paw Patrol, I'll put it that way. I think the world was a shitty place, but now that we have all the technology that allows us to share it, it's become more prominent. Yeah, I agree. I firmly agree with that. See, we used to do shit and be able to get by with it. Like, you know, everybody was doing dirt and getting by with it. Now everybody's dry snitching on themselves. Like, you got one person stealing a piece of candy, and be like, man, I stole a piece of candy, I sold this, I sold that, I did all this, I did it for the gram, and then you're going to jail looking dumb. At least I got clout. Nobody cares about your clout. Your clout's stupid. Nobody cares about that. What clout? Do you think anybody... Many times I heard people say, man, I got clout and street cred because of what I did. Nobody cares about what you've done. Nobody cares about what you're doing. Yeah, that's looking nice. All I'm saying, guys, just don't get caught up in all that mess. There's a lot of people out there doing a lot of wild stuff, and I think a lot of you are smart enough to know that you're not going to get mixed up in all that. But, you know, some may not, and if you don't, you know, just be a little smarter in your situation. Don't get yourself caught up in a bunch of mess that you can't get out of because, you know, you're following other people and what they're doing. Cool. Very nice. Anybody else? Anybody got anything that they want to add, take away? Well, what you... Because I figured that this is good. This is good. Jumper? Oh, I love Jumpers. I love that movie. Jumpers is a great film. I think the name was Like Johnny's Somali. Okay. What's happening here? Oh, the color changed. Oh. See, the mad ones aren't dumb. We just kind of just tired. If I can speak for the group for a moment, I think I can say this for everybody that's a member of the mad ones. It's we're kind of just tired of the shit. You know, we lived at we've tried. We're at an age now where we've seen that the lie that was fed is over. You know what I mean? Like, the prosperity plan is shit, right? You know that pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I don't even have any damn laces. You know? We're tired of that. We're so sick of it. We're sick of every... Listen, man, we all know that there's diabolical, nefarious shit going on, and we all know this, and they play us like we're dumb. We're living in a world that's just crazy. And I'm just telling, and I'm talking about this because, you know, it's good to talk about it. I'm talking about it in an open, free area where I'm drawing. It makes it easier to just have these types of conversations, you know. But be wary of people in the near future that are talking a lot of doom and gloom. Because being aware of stuff, there are people out there that want to be aware and be on top of things. But you got to think about the human psyche. There's only so much shit that thing can take, okay? And if you get stuck in these groups or with people or these Facebook groups or whatever the hell you were watching too much of the same kind of content can drive you mad, okay? You get stuck in a bunch of these prepping videos, you'll blow your head off, all right? You watch too many of these things going on, you'll end up becoming a statistic. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be aware. I say this. Learn and find out information responsibly. Okay? You find out something and you're like, okay, this seems interesting. Okay, I understand this. This is great. Be it whatever it is that you're trying to study or look up or whatever. Yeah, I 1,000% agree. I'm sick of hearing that shit too. Yeah, it gets old. You know, you start telling somebody, hey man, the stairs are broken or that bridge is out. Eventually people are going to be like, I just don't care. Okay? Like, I don't care. Yeah, I know the bridge is out, but what direction do I have to go besides go to the broken bridge? You know? Like when all the other roads are broken off and you can't go anywhere, the only other place to go is the broken bridge. Well, why the hell are you telling me the bridge is out? I know the bridge is out. You know, that's what I'm getting at. It's kind of just, you know, it's like the house is burning to the ground and then someone runs in there and says, hey man, the house is on fire. All I'm saying, man, just be careful. Watch out. Watch what's going on. Work on yourself. Watch out for other crazy people out there, because man, they are unbuckled and running loose. And I don't talk about politics on my platform. You know I don't, but I'm going to tell you guys this. I'm going to say it. I don't care what side of the fence you sit on. There are certain people out there. If they don't get their boy back in office, they're going to have a fit. Okay? Don't you get your ass mixed up in that if you can avoid it. Unless if you're one of those people that want to go on there and start yakking and talking and shit. But I'm going to tell you, that man doesn't have your best interests at heart, because he sold out a bunch of you and some of you are sitting in prison. I mean, I'll stop my show right now if I'm wrong. I'll quit my drawing with Mad Mel right this minute if I'm wrong. Someone say I'm wrong and put a link up and show me any different. I mean, you know, just be careful out there. You know, just be careful. Just be careful. If politics is your thing and you that's your bread and butter every morning that you get up and it's like, man, I gotta know what kind of politics I'm dealing with, then Godspeed to you, because I don't think that you're going to be surviving very long. I don't think that you're going to be a conducive person in society for very long, because that's just going to drive you insane. Okay, your mentality is going to leave you. Like that's not me making a threat or a loose joke or making fun of anybody. I'm being real with you. You get stuck in that shit too long, your brain will rot. Okay, and that goes for both sides. I'm not talking one side. I'm being equal here. Both sides. Watch that shit. Okay, there ain't nobody behind the wheel. You got a school bus running with no damn driver. Okay, you got a cardboard cutout that's sitting there like this, driving a bus, right? And then everybody walk over and someone touching the fucker falls on the ground. What, like, you know, that's what we're dealing with. Ain't nobody behind the wheel. We ain't got nobody in charge. There's nobody running anything. There's the illusion, you know. Ain't nobody running anything. So be careful. Just be careful out there. You know, don't be torpedoed. Don't be a weapon of diabolical means. Watch yourself. But like I said, these are just thoughts, new ideas, things to just be weary of, and you know, things to be aware of in the new year. And nobody's saying anything bad. If you want to be out there stripped down, butt naked, filled with diesel grease from head to toe, with a loincloth or nothing at all, and a whole kit on, you know, the gun and the vest and all that mess, and you want to be out there dingling, swinging in the air, I'm ready, fine, go for it. Okay? Go for it. But know what's coming with that. You know? No, it's not even really wisdom. I'm watching a pattern here and ain't nobody seeing it. Or many people aren't really looking. And you know the sad part is many people don't even care. And here's the reason why we are so tired of this shit that we would prefer something just different to happen than we don't have to deal with this. We're tired of living a life of you should be scared. Scared of what? Yeah, like I said, you should be scared. Scared of what? You know? Or always you do this or you do that, you talk wrong, something's wrong. You look at something differently or you have a different opinion, you're wrong. You know, all that stuff. You know, it's just dangerous. It's just dangerous ways of thinking. And you gotta, you know, most people are in these enclosed echo chambers and they don't want to talk to anybody else. If you're not part of that echo chamber, they don't want a part of you. Huh? They don't want to speak to you. You don't matter to them. Be careful of those people, man. That's all I'm saying. I've ran into some. I had a couple that I was friends with before I came back to Tennessee. You know, they were nice people until they started that. Then I realized that they were both insane. Sloth, you know them. You've been to their house before. No, we're not going to say their names, but you know who I'm talking about. You know, we worked with them. We've been there. A few of us have been there. Try to communicate with them, and they were just crazy. Not even thinking clearly. Now she's looking fine as I don't know what. Look at that. You need to know some like to stick their head in the sand. It's not the fact of sticking their head in the sand, Dimitri. It's not that. Listen, like, to have great knowledge, you have to have responsibility of that knowledge. Okay? Yes, flip on a dime kind of people. The moment that the sound box starts ringing too loud and it starts giving them different instructions, they change up on you. Exactly. Yes, you're right. But no, not okay. So with what you were saying, Dimitri, it's not the fact that some of them just want to stick their head in the sand. You know, fear can attack other people in a different way. Especially if you have the fear of not knowing. You know, if a person is like, I don't know what to do, I'm scared, I don't know, then yeah, it's easier for them to just get clammed up because nobody wants to help anybody with this, you know? Who can help any of us with this? Nobody. You know, you can do the best that you can, but that's all that's required, you know? Just to do the best you can. Now, I'm not sitting here trying to kill the vibe, you know, I'm not trying to kill the mood. I'm just having this conversation because, you know, we'll be having this conversation sometime next year at some point, but, you know, it's okay. Because at some point, it's got to stop. It ain't nothing about being bad or wrong. It's all about, that's the thing with knowledge. Everybody is ignorant until they're taught different. And there is a right way of being taught, and there's a wrong way, you know? And if you find the right way and you can accept what the right way is, and that's cool. You know, some people can't. But I will say this, don't ever scoff at someone and be like, oh man, you're a punk or a chump or something. I'm bad at that, and I'm going to work on that. Because the cups are good for everything. Fantastic cups. Thank you, Volse. I appreciate that. I'll say this, and I ain't going to beat this horse anymore. Okay? There's a lot of stupid people out there. Be careful. There's a lot of dumb people out there. Be careful. Watch out for echo chambers and watch out for stupid people. Okay? Watch out for stupid people and fanatics. You don't want to get around a fanatic. Because the person that me and Sloth were talking about, that person turned out to be a fanatic. And you don't want to be around those. Okay? Every man and woman's got to try to find happiness for yourself. You can't be worried about the sad state of the world, and try to do something for yourself and be happy. Try to be happy every day if you can. If you can. Trust me, I'm a person that suffers with severe depression, have been for many years. Some days are easier than others. Some days are better than others. But I can say this, as long as you're trying, that's all that's required of you. You just gotta try. Gotta try and make it to tomorrow. Okay? Because today may suck, but tomorrow may not. Alright? So don't give up. Don't give up. Don't turn into a statistic. Don't be a t-shirt. And also, another thing too, you know, I'm gonna say this is Mad Mel's motivational moment or whatever, but try to stay away from nut jobs in the coming year. Okay, now I'm going to say this, and I'm going to explain myself. Some asshole cuts you off or something. You say, hey buddy, blah blah blah. Watch yourself with those assholes. Okay, watch yourself with those type of people. Those kind of people that are doing that kind of stuff, they are not thinking clearly these days. Okay, so weigh your battles, and that's what I'm doing with myself. I'm weighing my battles. I'm not just, I used to be hot-headed, and I was about that life. You said let's go, and you were part of my crew, and you said someone was messing with you, it's on site, whenever. That was the type of person I used to be, but now I'm taking a lighter approach to it, and I realize that there are crazier people out there than myself, right? So I'm spreading the word to you guys. If someone's acting dumb or crazy, watch out for them. They may be on their last thread, and they might be looking for a reason to do something. Okay, don't be the reason why they do something. You know, if they want to be out there screaming and shit, tugging on their self, you know, who knows? They could be putting shit on their. Who knows what they're doing? If they're out there doing something crazy, or they're in the store acting a fool, you know, let them be and move on, because what's going to happen is eventually that person's going to become a statistic. They're on their way out the door. They're looking for their last stand. Don't let your trip to Walmart or Target put you in that position. Our resolution is to not waste time on people who just want to waste my time. Hot damn, that's what I'm talking about. There you go. Now we're talking with some chest. Time is a finite resource, and I only want to use it on those who are worth it. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get your ass on your shoulders if people say that, or you feel like that. If someone says, hey man, I don't want to do this anymore because I don't feel like this or that, you know, or man, I can't hang, or I can't do this because I'm trying to better my life. If someone tells you that and they start to, you know, phase their self away from you, know that it ain't you sometimes, that it might mean that they're actually trying to upgrade their life. Or if they say, hey, I can't be around you anymore because I find you X, Y, and Z, then that means maybe you might need to look at yourself and change it. You know, now some people are assholes, don't get me wrong. Some people are just dumb and don't know anything, but you got 2, 3, 4 people saying the same thing. It might be you. It might be you. Right? I ran into that before when I was in middle school. I thought people were making fun of me all the time. Fact of the matter is, nobody was making fun of me. I was a little awkward, and I was very tall, and people wanted me to play basketball, and I was uncomfortable with that because people were talking nasty to me like I was a grown-ass man. Like I was worthless and a waste of this and that, you know? But I say that to say this, you know, those type of people, all of them are doing absolutely nothing. They all suck, right? Most of those teachers that were pissed or mad or whoever else was, coaches or whatever, they sucked. They didn't have a good life. You know, watch out. Anytime someone's beating down on you or kicking your ass, watch out for them because they may be sucking and having a terrible time too. Unless you're around a bunch of friends that like to, you know, kick each other's ass from time to time, and that's different. You got a dynamic with them. That's a different situation. I know from an outsider's perspective, it would look as though that me and my friends absolutely fucking hate each other. People would think that we're just like we're enemies, but we're hard on each other because we care about each other. We're like brothers. But I guarantee you, some outsiders start some shit, it's over. That's without a question. Period. It's always been like that. You know, Sean can even admit, even vouch for that. There's been many times all of us at the apartments would be at each other's throats, but let somebody come over there that didn't belong there, that wasn't part of our neighborhood. Usually they got handled. They get over there and start acting a fool, start acting stupid, and then we would have to do something. Now, I'm not saying I'm a violent person, but I have a philosophy. It's foolish to listen to someone who will not listen to you. It is dumb to listen to a person that doesn't want to listen to you. You shouldn't waste your time with that. And there's also the final part of that. There are 2 types of people that understand logic, okay, and who can communicate. If you can communicate with a person that says, hey, I don't like this, or blah, you know, blah, 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 and you both can go at it and then say, okay, well, we've come to a resolution. Hot damn, she's cute. Look at that. I'm over here talking shit, and look, she's gorgeous. But, you know, you got people that'll sit there and yak, you know, and not be about anything, and they're hard-headed. Just leave those people alone. But what I'm really getting at is that you got some people that you can talk to and have a conversation with, like, I don't like what you're doing. Okay, well, what's the problem? And then you can go back and forth and have a conversation. And then there's some people who are so ignorant, it doesn't matter how much you talk to them, but the only language they understand is violence. Let's see. And what I mean by that is, will you stop? And then that person keeps poking you in the face and keep messing with you. Now, you talk to a person that's got common sense and understands how things work. Hey, stop poking on me. Okay, I got it. I'll stop. I went too far. But then you got that ignorant person that's just sitting there like a Neanderthal poking you. What's the only thing that person understands? Not logic, violence. So what do you have to do? You got to grab the club and bash them in the top of the head. I can stop now. I don't bother you. You bashed me in the... Those people run majority of the world. Okay? Those are the people that are running around majority of the world. Alright? They don't understand any other language besides violence. And they put us in a position where it makes life hard. Because you can't carry on a conversation with them. And the only way you know that you can actually have some form of communication is you gotta, unfortunately, whip their ass or put your hands on them. And who wants to do that every time? Oh, great, I gotta go over here and tell Douglas that he needs to go and turn his lights off on his car, but he's gonna be an idiot because he's a meathead, so now I gotta go over here with a wrench and bash him in the skull. Who wants to do that? Who's really wanting to do that? Nobody. Let me read the chat. Yeah, I mean, if you have to step away to focus your time on yourself, yeah, I can get behind that, and I'll wait till you get back. But if you got someone who reaches out only when they just want to beg you for a favor, yeah, Yeah, no, you don't value your time, guys. And it looks like a lot of you are on the right path. See, that's what I like about the Mad Ones. Granted, we may be slightly off, but we're not dumb. No, it's okay. Yeah, no, it's all out of order. It's all out of order. You know, it's like, as funny as this might sound, if you went to a buffet and they said, we got all kinds of bullshit here, and you go in there and they got hot dogs, hamburgers, Mexican food, Chinese food, Mediterranean, they got all this stuff, right? And you got all this stuff here. You're never going to be able to go through all of that. That's just way too much. You know, that's out of order. That's out of control. You know, the whole thing is out of control. Like, why would you go? There's too many options. Nothing's ever going to get touched, or it's just too much. You know, nobody's able to make a logical decision with that. You know, that's why restaurants have, you know, certain themes. But I don't know. I'm glad that you guys had a moment so we could talk. Let's see. I am so tired of toxic people. I am tapped out, not dealing with those folks anymore. Understand. Listen, this new year is nothing wrong with just you. What I'm saying is this, and I don't want this misconstrued. I'm not saying, hey, cut everybody out of your life. That's stupid. Okay, that's dumb. I've tried that. It doesn't work. All it does is it leaves a void. And we need people, because if there wasn't no need for people, people wouldn't be on this planet. It would only be 2 people walking this planet, right? I'm not even going to get into that argument. We all know that at one point in time there was only just a man and a woman walking on this planet. Okay, we all know that. There's no arguing that. All right, and if it was meant to be that, it would only have been a man on this planet, nothing else. No female, no other species, nothing else. Just one person. That would be it. But that's not the case. That's not the case. You know, we don't live in a world where that's a thing. You know, we live in a different world where everybody has to try to coexist and try to get along. But, you know, if you're dealing, nobody tells you that you have to just sit there and be abused by people who are just wasting your time and taking time away from you, or just not respecting your time. You don't have to put up with that kind of mess. And I'm saying don't let people hijack you and take away what you can never get back. You know, enjoy yourself. Be out there enjoying life, and screw all the dumb stuff. I am done. So what do you guys want to talk about now, since I'm done with that shit? And I probably lost a couple of people because of it. They may not have liked what was going on, but that's okay. You know, it's okay. I'm not too hard pressed about that. We're all here. We know what we're doing. We know what's going on. Sometimes I get a little too real. Maybe I need to stop that. I don't know. I don't want to run people off, but sometimes I just feel like maybe, I don't know. I've always been a person that say the things that most people want to say but just aren't able to. And I've always been like that since I was a child. When I was a much younger person, I've always been but it's okay. This is uneven. This is uneven. There we go. Okie dokie. There we go. I will say the one thing I will try to do this coming up year that I haven't done in a while. I think I want to try to maybe visit people more if I get a chance to, because I haven't really visited anybody. And well, I mean, hell, I've had I wasn't able to for a while there, so when was the last time I talked to them? Oh boy, that was probably about a week ago or whatnot. I would say that was probably the last time I really talked to them. But yeah, it's been about a week or so. Do you ever keep up with them anymore? Do you ever talk to them much? Pick up that can. Pick up that can. Pick up that can. Okay. You're connected to them on Switch? Okay. That's cool. Yeah, it's been a little bit since I probably will, I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I talked to him a little while ago, and I haven't been up that way to see anybody in a while. Hence, the reason why I mentioned that. Because I want to try to. And I tell that to you guys too, everybody that's watching. Also, I'll put it this way. If you haven't subscribed already, go on ahead and do so. If you enjoy the content that I'm creating. If you enjoy my artwork and me talking. And if you enjoy the mad ones and want to be one, hit that subscribe button. And hit the notification so that way you don't miss out. I do time-lapse videos every Friday. And I do a stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, you're looking at, I do digital art. Sundays, I paint. Like canvas. Like over here. Like little canvases here. I got some of these. These are really cool. So, I'm going to be painting some sceneries and stuff on those in black and white with white paint. Really into that this year. I think I'm going to be doing a lot. I'm doing it. That's cool. But if you are a person that's like, man, I would love to be able to just reconnect with my friends or something, then there's nothing wrong with you trying to reach out to them. But they may be different now. They may be different people. Who knows? But I always say it's worth a shot trying. It's always worth a shot trying. Doesn't hurt to try, right? The only part about trying that hurts is not doing it. That's my philosophy anyways. I don't like that. That wasn't cute. There we go. There we go. Everybody's saying the same damn thing. I try talking to John Clay on Facebook sometimes, but they never respond. That's sad, man. Well, whenever I talk to him again, I'll tell him that you've asked that you wanted to try to speak to him. At least that you wanted to say hi. Least I can do. I don't know if they'll reach back or not, so don't hold me on that, but you know, I can at least ask and see. You know, that's the best I can do. And unfortunately, like some people, I mean, they may never talk again, which I hope that ain't the case. But You know, sometimes that happens with people. Sometimes they might be like, nah, I ain't doing it. And I don't know why, but I mean, that's also a possibility. You never know, you know. But least I can do. Try to ask. I don't like any of that. That's sad though, man. I hate that. You guys didn't have like a falling out or anything, did you? Ugh, that's pretty. She is pretty. What do you guys think? I think she's pretty. I don't know about you guys, but I think she's gorgeous. Uh-oh. Evacuation sequence. 1. This was overload. You just start throwing gasoline on yourself and then that's it. You just catch on fire. And that's what this song makes you feel like. I love this song. It's great. It's my show. I can act as wild as I want to. I don't even care. I mean, if I, you know, had no chance. See, I don't think they liked me because, well, we were playing video games when we lived in the M building. To my knowledge, I thought everything was okay. I didn't know if anybody didn't like you or not. I didn't know that. I hope that ain't the case, because that would be kind of shit. I know one thing that didn't really help your case. That was the magazines that you were bringing out. That was one of the biggest things, dude, that really put a problem, if anything. And as you remember, their mom got pissed about you bringing those magazines out and showing them, and she didn't like that, and that put a big strain on a lot of stuff. Yep, see. That was the problem there. It was not really you. It was those dadgum magazines, dude. I told you back then. I said that was a bad idea. You should leave them in the house and don't show them. And you're like, oh, well, I'll go on ahead. I mean, you know, like, damn, Sean. I mean, I'm not talking bad, dude, but you know what I'm saying? Like, That was one of the reasons. That's the only thing I know of. As for them personally, I have no idea. But I know that the mom at the time with the magazines, dude, that was not helpful for your case. I went through shit for being friends with you. Because they, you know, their mom thought I was a bad influence and a bad person. I mean, you know. And that place that they would go to, you know, for their, you know, whatever that they on Sundays, that church or whatnot, they didn't like me there. They didn't like they always, you know, there was a lot of static going on there, dude. Okay, so don't hold it against them. But I mean, if they're fickle and they're doing that and they didn't want to talk to you, I don't know. And if they're not talking to you now, then, you know, leave it be, man. It may be for the best, you know. And plus, you know, you don't know what you may be, you know, just All I'm saying, man, is sometimes you think like, damn, I'm missing something, or man, I feel like I'm being left out, and you may actually be doing quite well where you're at. I used to think that sometimes about my situation, but I'm okay with it now. Like, for a while there, I thought I had issues or problems when I first came back, and then I realized, it ain't me. It's other people and what's going on with them. That has nothing to do with me. And I say that to say this to you, Sean, or anybody else, don't worry about so much. Don't worry about so much. If they're not reaching out, or if you try to reach out to someone and they don't want to speak to you or whatever the case, yeah. That was one part of it. I can say that. Listen, I'm really skating on hard ice here, okay? With my ice skates aren't sharp, okay? So, one day, Sean, me and you will have a conversation. I can break things down to you better, okay? One day I will talk to you and we will have that conversation. I can break it down to you better. I'm on my platform. I can't really talk about it like I want to. I hope you understand and respect that. Okay? Like, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just what it is. But I will tell you, there's a lot of stupid shit that went on at a time that now jeopardized, that put a lot of confusion in everybody. I was able to figure it out. I thought it was stupid. It was the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. It was ignorant. But we'll go over that one day, Sean. You have my word on that. I will talk to you about that one day soon. But see right there, guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. I ain't gonna leave you in the dark with that. Yeah. No, it wasn't even just about church membership. What it really and ultimately came down to, if you really want to get to it without running anybody over or getting anybody in trouble with this, there was a certain ideal at that place of worship that they would go to, and this is going to segue off into something else, and I really don't want it to, so I'm going to try to keep this as contained as I possibly can. Okay, so. Okay, I'm trying to think of the easiest way. I'm trying to do this and do this picture, and I'm trying to think of the easiest way of going about this. They had an ideal at the church. If you weren't a member at that church, anybody outside of that church were vagabonds and cretins. You didn't need to be bothered with them, unless if you could convert them. If you converted them, then that's fine, unless they were a different, right? There was a lot of conflict with that. If you were friends with anybody that had a different, same tone, darker or slightly lighter, if it wasn't pure creamy, you know what, like top of the lid, there was a problem. Anybody that was like that, and there was an issue. They didn't explain that openly to people. It was you found out, okay, well now you know. Made it very hard for me and Sean with the two people being friends with them. It was always you're going to hell situation, you're a cretin and a bad person, this, that, and the third, whatever. Okay? But then it I don't know what happened. Something happened with the dynamic. I think it shifted or something. That's what I meant by church membership. Yeah, exactly. I was following with you. I was leading in a different direction, but we were on the same interstate. I just took a roundabout way, but we ended up in the same place. I am looking for something specific for the back. Oh, here they are, the books. But yeah, so it sucked. Okay, we were all great friends. We all were great friends. We were all there at the same time. All of us were having a great time. All of us have had no issues, no qualms, no quarries, no nothing like that. Everything was cool up until that. Okay, and I can also say that a mixture between that, the books, the magazines. That's what I'm talking about. The magazines, and basically just the fact that we weren't full-on members of that society or that group. We had problems, you know. Now, does that mean that we're bad people? No, that doesn't mean that we're bad people at all. All that meant was the fact that if you're not, why join something if it's not in your heart? You know, if going to church is a thing that you feel in your heart and your spirit, like this is what gives me peace and happiness, be damned any other person that says anything otherwise. But to indoctrinate yourself because somebody else says that that's what you got to do, that's ignorant. That's just stupid. You know, you lead people astray instead of, man, this is shit. Hold on, I got better books than that. There it is. Yeah, yours, mine, a whole bunch of people. I understand. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's just dumb. There's no logical reasoning for any of that. You know? There's no logical reason for that. Talking about, oh man, you know, just a whole bunch of dumb shit. But that's okay though. That's okay. Like, you know, don't have to worry about that anymore. And everybody, you know, people got their own reasons of doing stuff, or, oh, I wanted this or I wanted that, you know. What is that? What's that old saying? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Yeah, you know. So let them have their good intentions. Let them do whatever they want to. But that's part of the reason. That was one of the reasons was, you know, was the books, really, Sean, is where it all broke down, was the magazine. Shortly after the magazines, everything changed. I'll put it this way. I'll tell you this, and this is how jacked up shit was. The offer came to me. I could come back at that time where we got banned from coming over to their house and seeing them or any of that type of stuff. Oh yeah, I got an opportunity to come back to the house as long as I denounced being friends with you and never spoke to you again. I didn't know any different in middle school when I stopped talking to people because that popularity shit. Then I found out it doesn't even matter. You know, none of that matters. Okay? I got past that. I realized popularity ain't nothing but just everybody trying to be in echo chambers, trying to be the same dude or same chick, right? So I got past that, right? And then once I got past that, I was like, well, no, I'm not going to give up my friendship. I'm not going to give up my friendship with my friend because of that. And I stopped going over there. But they kept coming to my house. Okay, so, you know, and that's what I'm saying. It's always some odd shit. People always do odd things, you know? So just watch out for these people. They're, you know, people out there doing wild, stupid stuff. Okay, I think that's all line work that I've done. I'm trying to figure out house. What should I do for the back? I have some walls somewhere. Oh, yeah. Well, I hope that kind of gave you a little bit of information. I hope that kind of cleared up something for you. Because I know probably, Sean, spending years trying to figure out what happened and nobody give you an answer is hard to deal with. I can imagine. So... But yeah, don't worry. It ain't you. It had nothing. It ain't you personally. It's just a bunch of stupid shit. I'm sure it did. And, you know. And things like that, you never recover sometimes. You know, considering the fact that we were so close. I mean, damn, we were around each other all the time, every day, every single freaking day. You know, that was the crew. It was us. But, you know. Oh, well. Don't worry, Sean boy. You'll be alright. Alright. Now we're about to do flat coloring. Oh boy, it looks like everybody started dwindling away. Oh no. Well, anyways, that was cool. We're about to do, yeah. I'm curious. Damn it. Ah. Okay. Whatever. All right. Wow. I don't understand why it's not letting me color. This is stupid. Well, damn. Where is it? Damn. Okay. Well, Aren't you just freaking stupid? I don't understand that at all. Why is this being so complicated now? What is happening here? Why can I not use the color palette? Fine. You know, this sucks. I actually thought that I could color this using another layer, dropping that. I guess I will have to just drop it below number one. Maybe? I don't understand this. It's been working perfectly fine up to this point. Now it's wanting to act stupid, and I don't understand that. Why? Why? Okay. Oh. Well, that might explain what was going on there. Hot damn. I fixed it. Yay, I fixed it. So don't worry about it. It's fixed now. No problems. Let's do some color. I think we had an awesome show today. What do you guys think? I think we did. Hold on a second. It said I could use this. And oh my god, what did it? I gotta watch that video after I get out of here tonight, guys, because this is now bothering me. Because I watched a video that I was studying. Because I'm trying to do new stuff and I'm trying to learn new techniques, right? To make my artwork a lot cleaner and better, right? You know, because I gotta... No, I'm not copycatting anybody else or other artists that do this. I'm doing this because it makes my workflow work pretty great. Thanks. It makes my workflow a little bit easier. So I'm doing flat color, but now I'm learning something about what I'm doing here for many years. And I know somebody there might be like, huh, he's an amateur. Shut your ass up, okay? All right. So I don't need you. And plus, trolls don't last long here anyways. They don't. The mad ones usually eat trolls for breakfast. We dismember them and eat them. So don't think you can come in here and be a troll. Get your ass handed to you. We don't like that here. We like positive people that enjoy art and like to have conversation. Right? We have fun too. Don't get me twisted. We don't just sit here and just talk dumb shit all the time or talk doom and gloom. We have fun. We have a great time. You know? But yeah. Oh yeah, so for you guys to know what's going to be going on next year in the new year with a lot of the work. Oh, let's see what we got here. Well, we'll put them on the bandsaw table, crotch first. I like that. Great show, Mad Mel. Thank you for the words of encouragement that I will use as advice. You're welcome. And just so you guys know, I don't talk from a place of like hatred or ignorance or anything like that. I talk from personal experience. Right? I've been places, been around the world, not like around the world. Hopefully one day I will be able to. But you know, people, one thing I can definitely say, you know, people, there's certain types of people. Once you learn that type of person, you're gonna start seeing that type of person everywhere you go. All right. That's okay. Yeah. This looks good. I like this. Actually, I don't really need to do this. Save myself a lot of time on shading. Looks cozy a little bit. A little bit. I mean, I ain't saying no. I'm not saying no. I mean, now that was dumb. I could have messed this whole picture up right there. Did you see that? That could have got real stupid. That could have got really, really stupid. There we go. There we go. Well, not on the pillow, but there we go. Ooh. This is what you guys wanted. You wanted more sexy looking girls and stuff. So why not, right? There we go. Well, I guess that part is a different part. That was weird. So that was very stupid. I just realized that there was a piece of plastic that didn't come off the candy before I started chewing on it. And I'm like, what the hell is that weird taste in my mouth? Like, it didn't have a taste. It was just like a weird texture, like just cellophane, you know? Like, what is this? And then that's when I just realized just now, oh, that's a piece of plastic. And yeah, that kind of sucked. Oh, look at that. 10 o'clock. I know some of you guys got to get ready to go. I understand. If you've been at the show, been on the show and you got to go now, I understand. Thank you for showing up. I know it's 10. I know some of you guys got to work or got to get up in the morning. I thank you for being here for as long as you have been. I had a lot of fun. I had a great time with you being here. And thank you for being one of the mad ones. If you got to go. If you don't, we got 30 more minutes. I want to do some highlights. I'm going to do a little bit of highlight work. Actually, I'm probably going to just do it right here. Coming. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Haha. Yeah. You don't know what I'm going to play. You don't ever know what I'm going to play. You don't ever know. It's like, wait a minute, but Mel was playing something lighter just a minute ago. And it wasn't this aggressive, but I like it. Love that green. Yeah, that green's a good contrast. Nah. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Ah, thank you, Duchess. Alright, here's a whole look at it. Let's back up. Yeah, I like it. Trying to find a nice color for the rug. Yep. I enjoyed it. That was good. See, and goes right into this. Hey. Hey. This show today was brought to you by the letter Y and the number 4. Also, remember, if you have animals, I guess take care of them. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Take care of your animals. It's cold out there. Don't be some hobo putting your dogs or whatnot under the house. Would you like somebody putting you under the house with just a mat and some concrete? Unless if you got an outside dog, then I guess, I don't know what to tell you then. If you guys want to know something really funny, the video I'm learning from, it's there's a girl that's teaching, right? Or explaining what's going on. But the funny thing that she said is that people who have the technique that she's using is supposed to help with using like a bucket, a tool, because without the bucket tool, you have to do it by hand. And she said in her video, unless if the bucket tool is a great tool to use, unless if you got impeccable hand control to be able to just fill it in from where you're at, just drawing it right in. And I kind of laughed and I was like, do I have hand control? Because I do this all the time and I don't know. I feel like I do, but I don't brag. I don't really brag much, so I don't know. I have no clue. I can't be like, oh, I'm whatever. I think I do okay. I think I have pretty decent control. Like I said, once upon a time I didn't have the software to be able to do this, so I had to do it myself. And I learned little tricks. Like all that brush doesn't even matter. What a nerd. I thought I was going to mess it up. It's funny. I also remember something when I was a kid. How everybody says New Year's resolution. When your hand control is great. Thank you. Ha! Funny. But when I was a kid, I used to say oh, what's your New Year's resolution? And most people would say that. But when I was young, I had to be 7, 8, maybe 9. I always would say my New Year's revolution. I would always say my New Year revolution. Every year I had a new revolution I was about to start. I always thought that was kind of funny, like my New Year revolution. So I hope you guys have a New Year revolution as well. Let's revolt. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't revolt. There might be a time for that later, but today isn't the day. And tonight's not the night. So don't act a fool. Oh yeah, and also, guess what? In the new year, I am working on possibly rebranding with a new logo and a new header. So be looking for that. Same content, just a little bit different, just a little revamp. I think we've been going 2 years strong on this, and I think a little touch up would be nice. You're already planning your revolt? Ah, very good. The Duchess is always ready. This is what makes us an impeccable team. And just, I'm ready for a revolt. I'm ready. I'm ready too. You know what the new revolt is? Every time you go to, I got it. This is what we're going to do. Every time you go to McDonald's and you buy chicken nuggets, ask them for the sauce, and then take the sauce out and throw it outside the car. Take it out of the bag and throw it out, and just look at them. Resist them. Give me only 2 damn sweet and sours or barbecue sauce for my 10-piece. I demand more. And you know, just for that, I'm going to revolt. I'm going to throw your shit on the ground in front of you. Ha! Got you. There you go. And make sure you look at them like you're disgusted. Like, I didn't want this. Make them feel weird. Revolt. Buy 2 McRib sandwiches and then tell them I didn't want any of these. I got a fillet of fish. Revolt. Tell them that you want a diet water, and then when they give you the water, tell them, what do you think this is? A joke? I asked for diet water. And then when they say, I don't understand, you just tell them, I don't need you to tell me what I know. I know what I am. I know what I've done. Can you say the same? And then you just drive away. Go to Revolt! That's right, go to Burger King, order food, then drive away. Go to Taco Bell, tell them that you want no meat in your tacos, and then turn right back around and come back and tell them you didn't put meat in my tacos. Revolt. Hit the crosswalk button and then get back into your car and drive away. Revolt. Be a menace! Be a menace! You don't have to hurt anybody to be a menace. Knock on someone's door, and then when they answer and say, yes, how can I help you? Ask them, why are you knocking on my door? And then walk away. Yes. If you run into someone stupid, give them the best knock-knock joke. Tell them knock-knock. Ask them, hey, ask me a knock-knock joke. When they say knock-knock, you say yeah, and then walk away from them. We're going to control this world. We're going to take it over. The mad ones will be on top. We will take over. They are not ready for us. We are diabolical. We don't care. We've had enough. Use a whole roll of toilet paper to blow your nose. and then throw it all in the trash. Ah. Malicious compliance. If someone says, hey, can you be quiet? Don't ever talk to him again. If someone ever says, hey, can you get that for me? Always carry around a plushie that and then hand it to them. And just stand there and stare at them. By the way, if any of you do this and you don't get arrested or killed, please share. Please do. We will have a Discord up soon. I just got to figure out how to monetize that thing or how to make monetizers for it, because I have a feeling that we're going to have a lot of wild psychopaths in there, and I need some of you guys that are willing to volunteer being the mad ones to be the overseers of that, because, man, there's only so much I can do. But I think it'll be a good community for us. That's why I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, because I'm just kind of terrified of, oh, man, there's going to be so much insanity in there, and I can't govern all of that. So if you got ideas, let me know, because I'm going to try to launch that in January at some point. I already got the room built. I just got to figure out what to do. But that also might just be a Patreon thing too. So who knows? Keep an eye out. Just ideas. Talking out loud. But yes, we will call this the 2024 Revolt. That's what this will be. Go to the grocery store, fill your cart full of shit, then just leave. Go to Target, tell them Walmart's better. Go to Walmart, tell them Target's better. Go to Publix and say they suck. I'd rather shop at Piggly Wiggly. Then go to Piggly Wiggly and say that their food is all rotten, and then give every one of them a 1 star. Night, Demetri. Have a good night. Thank you for coming to the show. Thank you very much for being here. We enjoyed you being here. Thank you. Have a good night. Nah. Don't get you guys yourselves in trouble. I ain't trying to tell you guys what to do. If you do, though, that would be funny, and I would love to hear about it, but, you know, don't do anything criminal, okay? And if you do get in trouble, I don't know who you are. I never heard you before. I don't know who you are. I've never seen you on my show. Anyways, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you very much. Alright guys, so I got the flat color for this so far down packed. Ah, crap. There we go. Oh. Oh. Yes, I like that, Duchess. Revolt responsibly. That is our lingo for 2024. Revolt responsibly. Don't be a wild cannon. We don't associate ourselves with those type of people. The mad ones revolt responsibly. Go to a restaurant, ask them, can you get a diet water on a you know, when they ask you what do you want, tell them that you would like a diet water with no ice. When they bring it to you, tell them that this water is not diet and I ask for ice. And then be nice and give your waitress a tip. Give them $20 for if they're a good sport. If they're an asshat, just leave. Eat somewhere else. Go to a dry cleaner. Get your clothes dry cleaned. When you get there and you get your clothes, tell them that it's wet. Unzip your pants in the front, turn your pants backwards and wear them like that. And that way when you go to the bathroom to do a number 2, you never take your pants off. You just sit down. And if someone's a peeping Tom, they'll have a terrible time. Revolt. That last one, don't do that. That's kind of terrible. Don't do that. That's not good. That's bad. That's bad advice from me. Don't take that. Okay? Remember, like the Duchess said, revolt responsibly. That's trash. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to make this lighter. Yeah, there it is. Sounds feral. That's funny. Maybe a little bit. There you go. Maybe a little bit. Well, I will say this, we are almost done with this part of the picture. Okay, and now we've added a little bit of shade and shadow. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is as far as we're going to go tonight on this, but this looks good though. Now, I studied that part, and then I will come back after I finish this up. I'm going to call this chilly outside. And before we go, hey, that looks good. Chilly and chilling. I like that. Yeah, that's cute. She's cute. Anyways, I'm gonna probably turn that into a cup. So once I figure out how to do that other part, I will show this probably Thursday. So I know you're working tomorrow and studying, so we will see what happens there. Let's go on ahead and go back to the screen. Oh man, thank you guys so very much for being here today. I greatly appreciate you guys being here. Like I've said before, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're definitely trying to boost up the group and trying to get some trying to get some more people in. Definitely not giving up on the goal. Trying to get to 300 people. I hate these little bugs, little stink bugs. I hate them. Why are they even here? Anyways. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you for showing up. And I will see you Thursday. Okay? Same time, same place, different picture. I'll show you a recap of the two pictures once I figure out how to do those and add that stuff to them. So we will see you then. I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you for showing up, and take it easy. Bye.